The state of Qatar is a country in Western Asia. It occupies the small Qatar Peninsula on the northeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula and shares its sole land border with neighboring Gulf Cooperation Council monarchy Saudi Arabia to the south, with the rest of its territory surrounded by the Persian Gulf. The Gulf of Bahrain, an inlet of the Persian Gulf, separates Qatar from the nearby Bahrain. The capital is Doha, home to over 80% of the nation's population. Qatar has been ruled as a hereditary monarchy by the House of Thani since Mohammed bin Thani signed a treaty with the British in 1868 that recognized its separate status. Following Ottoman rule, Qatar became a British protectorate in the early 20th century until gaining independence in 1971. Qatar was described as a famous horse and camel breeding center during the Umayyad period. In the 8th century, it started benefiting from its commercially strategic position in the Persian Gulf and went on to become a center of pearl trading. Substantial development in the pearling industry around the Qatari Peninsula occurred during the Abbasid era. Ships voyaging from Basra to India and China would make stops in Qatar's ports during this period. Chinese porcelain, West African coins, and artifacts from Thailand have been discovered in Qatar. Archaeological remains from 9th century suggest that Qatar's inhabitants used greater wealth to construct higher quality homes and public buildings. Qatar is one of the fastest growing countries in the field of tourism. According to the World Tourism Rankings, more than 2.3 million international tourists visited Qatar in 2017. Qatar has become one of the most open countries in the Middle East due to the recent visa facilitation improvements, including allowing nationals of 88 countries to enter visa-free and free of charge. With a fast expanding population and substantial economic growth over the past decade, a reliable and extensive transportation network is becoming increasingly necessary within Qatar. So far, the government, the primary transport developer, has done well in terms of keeping up with the demand for new transportation options. In 2008, the Public Works Authority, one of the bodies that oversees infrastructure development, underwent a major reorganization in order to streamline and modernize the authority in preparation for major project expansions across all segments in the near future. As driving is the primary mode of transport in Qatar, the road network is a major focus of the plan. Project highlights in this segment include the multi-billion-dollar Doha Expressway and the Qatar-Bahrain Causeway, which would connect Qatar to Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. Mass transit options such as Doha Metro, light train system, and more extensive bus networks are also under development to ease road congestion. In addition, the railway system is being significantly expanded and could eventually form an integral part of the GCC-wide network linking all the Arab states of the Persian Gulf. The airport, too, is expanding capacity to keep up with rising visitor numbers. Hamad International Airport is the international airport of Doha. In 2014, it replaced the former Doha International Airport as Qatar's principal airport. In 2016, the airport was named the 50th busiest airport in the world by passengers traffic. Arabic is the official language of Qatar. Qatari Sign Language is the language of the deaf community. English is commonly used as a second language and a rising lingua franca. English is particularly useful for communication with Qatar's large expatriate community. in the medical community, and in situations such as the training of nurses to work in Qatar, English acts as a lingua franca. The Doha Culture Festival is one of the culture activities carried out annually by the Qatari Ministry of Culture, Arts and Heritage, which began in 2002 with the aim of spreading Qatari culture inside and outside Qatar. Several senior members of Qatar's ruling Al Thani family are noted collectors of Islamic and contemporary art. The Museum of Islamic Art, opened in 2008, is regarded as one of the best museums in the region. Qatar's culture is similar to other countries in Eastern Arabia, being significantly influenced by Islam. Qatar National Day, hosted annually on 18th December, has had an important role in developing a sense of national identity. It is observed in remembrance of Jassim bin Muhammad Al Thani's succession to the throne and his subsequent unification of the country's various tribes.